Welcome back to another episode of Tiny Zoo. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. Right, so in today's episode we are going to be building another habitat, and I've already got started on it, so let me show you the idea. As you can see, it's red pandas. They are some of my favourite animals in the world. They are the cutest little things. We have a wildlife park near here called Wingham Wildlife Park, who have a pair of these. In fact, I think at the moment I only have one. I think one of them passed away sadly last year. But they are just adorable little things. So I wanted to put them in here. And I thought they'd look really nice as you enter the zoo just here. I could have them right in front of you, sort of climbing around in trees and things. So I thought that would look nice. So this is the basic shape. It's quite a small enclosure, but actually this is quite large for two of these. The enclosure in Wingham that has a pair is less than half the size of this in real life. They really don't need a lot of running around space. They need a bit of climbing space. So the enclosure in Wingham is sort of a triangle of raised platforms with feeding stations and a couple of houses on for them to sleep in, and then at one end there's a big tree that they can climb up into, and that's all they've got, and that's all they need. They're not particularly active creatures. They don't go running around. So this is absolutely fine for them. So you can see what I've done here. This is again just highlighting the flexibility of my philosophy with the fake pathing in the game. So I've managed to create this lovely looking corner stairway here leading down onto the fake path, but I have now connected the real path out of here, around under here, all the way around the outside and over to here where we've got the trade centre. Yes, so we've got a trade centre here, obviously, because I need to be able to get animals into the zoo. I will also put a keeper's hut in here. In fact, what I may do is remove the trade centre, and I'll move the trade centre around depending on where I want to get animals, because it may be that I'll be doing habitats that aren't connected to this set of pathways. Yeah, so we'll see. So anyway, that's what I've got to start with. So let me go away and do a bit more building, and I will come back in a minute. Right, I have a confession to make here. I've made a bit of an error with my save games, and unfortunately, let me explain. The way I record these is I do the build and I make several versions of the save game, and then I go back at the end and do my commentaries for each one. Unfortunately, I accidentally saved my zoo over the top of an older save game, and so I've lost some progress in the middle, and so my habitat now is almost finished. So yeah, sorry about that, but so you've missed a bit of my process, but let me show you what I've done. Oh, look at that, perfect timing. Red panda up a tree. Look at that, absolutely fantastic little things. So cute. Right, so this is where I have got to. So the habitat itself, I had a lot of problems. I wanted to do a custom fence for it, but unfortunately I couldn't do anything without them being able to climb on it. So I've had to go with an in-game fence. So I went with the glass, because actually I really like the look of this metal top. And then I've just done some rock work around it to sort of blend it all together. I think that looks pretty nice, so I'm happy with that, because they wouldn't be able to climb up the glass, of course, so that's absolutely great. And then in here, as you can see, I've made it quite dense, so all of these trees are climbable, so it's nice and dense with trees. Nice bit of foliage around the bottom, again using all the same sort of plants. These are all my favourites. These are all the ones that I think look really nice. They've got a little pool of water. My traditional fallen log, because it just looks cool. My eelgrass and my stones down in the water there. And then I built them a small shelter in the tree here. So they've got a platform here, as you can see, with a nice little bit of hay on. Unfortunately, that one happens to be sleeping half inside the tree, but there we go, that's fine. So they can climb up onto that, and obviously they've got the sheltered second layer there to give them a bit of cover from the rain, and they actually come up and they can lie on there as well. But they can come right up in these trees. This one here, they can climb right up to the top here as well, actually, which is very cool. When I first put this tree in, they could actually jump off the tree and onto the roof of this building. So I had to move the tree over into the middle a bit more. That's fine. I haven't done enrichment yet, so I will get some of that in. And then the backstage building here, you can see it's a pretty simple building, just breeze block walls. Got the information panel there and a window. Not sure what I'm doing on the side yet. And then around the back here, my usual sort of door. I put the switches on the door this time. I thought that was just a bit different. You know, just like to mix it up a bit. Some windows, light, and I've made a little plant pot, really basic. One of these big lipstick palms here, and just a basic plant in the bottom, just to give it a bit of colour. And the reason I did that is because obviously this is a little backstage bit, and you just want to brighten up a backstage area. You don't want people just seeing, oh look, it's a backstage door sort of thing, you know. Distract them with some pretty foliage or whatever, and that works pretty nice. Again, I've put some of these water drains along here, but a little bit of realism there. So what I'm going to do, I am almost done with the habitat. Like I said, I've missed a stage or two in the middle, unfortunately. But what I do want to do is finish off this building and this bit here. So I want to connect this pathway here, and maybe start a new fence coming along the border of the zoo here, and maybe have to think about what I do on this wall as well. So what I'll do, I'll go away and crack on with that now, and get back to you once I'm finished. And here we are back once more. Pandas are having fun. I'll put some enrichment in here now. So they've got some toys to play with and a rubbing pad. One of these lovely food things here. So they're all pretty happy in there now. I wanted to put another information board on there. Just done a little bit more work in the backstage here. Again, just distracting people with some nice coloured flowers here in a bin. And then you've got some, the water thing here for cleaning down the deck, and I quite like all of this sort of fruit. I like the idea. I'm not actually sure what pandas eat, the red pandas eat, but they eat fruit. So I've put some fruit down, and I think that looks pretty cool there. And then I've done some work here, so a bit of rock work along the wall, nothing too much. Blending it in, and again I've managed to do some lovely fake steps here using these lovely big bits of stone. I think that looks really nice. It's a nice big open stairway there. And then again, just continued this rock work from the outside around here with some shrubbery and a new custom fence on this side. Again, pretty simple, but it looks pretty cool, and I've purposely made a couple of the slats kind of collapse like they do in these sort of fences, so it looks quite realistic as well. And again, just continued the shrubbery outside here too. I really like the effect I'm having with all these shrubs. I'm getting quite good, I think, at using shrubs in the game and the rocks as well. I think I'm figuring out how much is enough, but not too much. I think it's coming along pretty nicely, actually. So yeah, so that's the habitat. So not a pretty short video today, pretty simple habitat, but I really like how that's turned out, actually. I think the red pandas are pretty happy in there. So yeah, it's all good. Brilliant. Right, so I'm going to crack on with my next habitat because I'm really enjoying this. So I'm going to do something in this gap here next. So for now, I will just leave you with a nice view of our red pandas, wherever they are. Oh look, up a tree. Let's finish on a red panda in a tree. There we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.